I'm woken up at the crack of dawn by the most irritating clucking noises. Apparently, show's alarm is of a rooster crowing. Bruh, why? After unceremoniously stifling yawns and getting dressed, I make a quick sweep of the room to make sure I packed all my things. Sho had to make 2 sweeps because he kept yawning during his first and forgetting where he'd already looked. We're all silent as we meet in the lobby. Mayu and Kaori are both wide awake and as perky as either of them could ever be. Yuna and Valerie seem even more exhausted than Sho and I. I wonder what was going on in their room. Before my mind can wander too far, I snap back to reality and glance guiltily at Kaori, who has her eyes narrowed. Can she read my thoughts now, too? Good thing I wasn't thinking anything perverted. Still in silence, we make our way to the train station. The train ride home feels even longer than the ride to the hot springs. I resist the urge to ask, are we there yet? After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at Isokaze. Finally, napping on the uncomfortable train was nearly impossible, and my thoughts kept drifting to my warm bed. I say a quick goodbye to everyone and practically speed home. As soon as I arrive, I make a beeline for my room and collapse onto my bed. Okay, folks, that sounds like a video, right? I mean, it's not even been 90 seconds, but that works, right? Bright sunlight shines on my face, and I slowly blink my eyes open. Then I jolt upright in bed. What time is it? Did I miss the coaching session? I fumble around looking for my clock, but it's only 11 a.m. Coach Ivan won't arrive until mid-afternoon. I have plenty of time. In that case, I wonder if anyone is free. So, let's go for Valerie. Valerie pops up in my mind, but before I can call her, she calls me. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, are you busy?
There's no playfulness in her voice. She seems unusually serious. Is something wrong?
Yes. I mean, I don't know. Do you think we could talk?
Uh-oh. Sure.
Meet me at the usual spot?
I'll do your room. Valerie, are you inviting me up to your room?
Nice try, mister. That place is out of bounds. I was thinking somewhere a little more public. So, will you meet me at the cafe?
I'll be there.
Thanks. See you soon.
Wow, it must be serious if I actually get a goodbye. I hurry to the cafe. Valerie waits for me in a booth by the corner of the restaurant. She looks up and smiles as I slip into the seat across from her.
I bet you're wondering why I called you.
It might have crossed my mind.
I need some advice.
I grin. Oh no, trouble in paradise? She rolls her eyes but smiles.
Paradise is better than ever, thank you very much. Which, unfortunately, is why I need advice.
Okay, well, now I'm thoroughly confused.
It's my mom.
Oh. I hope she didn't break her promises again. I can't take a beating the same way punching bags can.
I was talking to her last night because she actually remembered to call me for our weekly call this time, and I might have accidentally mentioned my boyfriend. And now she wants to meet him.
Good luck breaking that to him. That's good, isn't it?
No, it's terrible.
Because he's not real. Why? You don't think she'll like him?
Oh no, she'll love him. That's not the problem. The problem is that she's crazy and will scare him away.
I'm sure that's not true. Valerie sighs and leans back in her chair.
You don't understand. Me finally getting a boyfriend is a huge deal for her. She already lectured me about how I shouldn't screw this up, as if she isn't already the queen of screwing up relationships.
Wow. So, did you tell her she can't meet him? Valerie stares at me as if I'm the crazy one.
I can't do that. She's my mom.
What I really think? It's nice that your mom is taking an interest. It seems like your mom really cares and wants you to be happy. I think that's why she wants to meet him. Valerie scoffs.
If my mom really cared about what I wanted, then she wouldn't push so hard to meet him.
That's just what parents do.
Well, I still think it's too early to let him see the crazy in my family.
Poor Valerie, she doesn't know that all families have crazy in them. So, what are you going to do then? She shrugs.
I'll probably just leave it alone for a while and see if she brings it up again. Chances are she'll have met her new love, and He'll be the one, and she'll have forgotten all about this.
So that break right there makes me think that there was two different routes that could have happened here. Basically where she asks us or where she does this. What if she doesn't forget? Valerie smirks.
We'll see. This isn't the first time I've disagreed with my mom.
She stands.
Anyways, thanks for letting me vent, but I should probably head out now.
Aw, are you missing your boyfriend?
More like he's the one missing me.
She winks.
I'll see you later then.
Bye. We walk out of the cafe together, then head our separate ways. It is about time for our session with Coach Ivan. I double-check my email, then make my way to the pre-combat room. That's where we're supposed to meet him. As I walk in, I see the rest of my team crowded around the hollow table.
I can't believe he sent all this. This is incredible.
So she went and changed her clothes, apparently. Yuna grins.
Yup, this consultation isn't just for the pilots. It's for everyone on the team.
Valerie scrolls through the projected hologram, pausing at an image of a gear loaded with statistics. As I approach, I can make out what looks like the game plans of previous professional matches, complete with sketches, tactics, movements, and calls. This sort of edited information is incredibly valuable for all parties on the team. Sho is the first to notice me.
Brosif!
Once he sounds my arrival, the rest of my team grin or wave at me. Hey guys. Sho puts an arm around my shoulder.
Are you ready to meet Ivan?
You know it. There's nothing left to do but wait for Ivan to arrive. Valerie and Mayu continue to scroll through the holotable while the rest of us take seats on the couches lining the walls.
What do you guys think Coach Ivan is like?
Is Kaori nervous? She keeps a cool facade, but her gaze constantly darts towards the door.
I heard he's the shot caller on his team. He's the one leading the tactics and pulling in the high numbers.
Mm-hmm. He's even received the MVP award twice already.
I remember they mentioned that yesterday as well. I racked my brain trying to understand why I hadn't heard of him before. The only player I remember who won 2 MVP awards on the national stage is Strong Arm Gear.
Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
Elias? What the? Alias? I've never heard that pronounced that way.
I always thought it was a little strange that he never even took off his helmet for interviews.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't even speak in interviews.
Kaori nods. What?
That's his persona, and it's worked really well for him.
Well, if anyone has to take a vow of silence here, I recommend Sho. Hearing all this just makes me even more curious about what kind of person Coach Ivan is.
Wait, how is he going to coach us? Does he even know how to talk?
Don't be stupid, Sho. Of course he can talk.
Kaori blinks.
I think.
Actually, I've heard rumors that his face was half burnt during a racing motorcycle accident. That's why he always wears a helmet.
I think I remember reading that too.
Ouch. I cringe just remembering the rare couple of times I fell off my bike. I don't even want to imagine how painful it would be to fall off my bike while racing.
What if he's scary?
I've heard he yells at first-year pilots. Or worse.
Mayu's eyes widen.
What?
Valerie pats Mayu sympathetically on the back.
It was nice knowing you.
No. But why?
Her eyes well up with tears.
Stop being mean, Valerie.
Don't listen to Valerie. She's just teasing.
Valerie smirks.
Or am I?
Okay, that's a weird loading screen. I guess I needed to move her over, but still. The door slides open, catching all of our attention. A muscular man well over 6 feet tall commands the room. He's wearing a leather jacket with black pants. A polished helmet hides his face. He crosses the room with thunderous steps and pauses before us, as large and silent as a mountain. The group glances nervously at each other. Nobody wants to break the silence. Hello? His helmet slowly turns towards me and I fidget beneath his gaze. I can't see his eyes, which makes this all the more disconcerting. After a moment, his helmet surveys the rest of the team. Kaori remains stoic, while Mayu tries to make herself small. Both Yuna and Valerie look uncertain, while Sho seems confused about how he should feel. Coach Ivan nods. He puts his hands on either side of his helmet. Show catches my eyes in anticipation. Are we actually going to see what's underneath the helmet? Coach Ivan pulls it off in one sweeping motion, revealing a shiny bald head and the most beautiful mustache I've ever seen. Underneath his mustache is a beaming smile.
A glorious day to make your acquaintance!
What? His jacket has somehow unzipped itself and reveals washboard abs I can only achieve in my dreams.
Under the wings of experience, I shall teach you to soar the skies!
Kaori's face falls. She looks like her nightmare has come to life. The rest of the girls are mirrors of confusion. Sho, on the other hand, looks as if his dreams have come true.
Do you know someone named Tatsuo by any chance?
Ivan looks at Sho. Even with a smile, his piercing gaze is unsettling and Sho scoots back.
You speak of my nephew?
That explains a lot.
Yuna stands up.
Hi, Mr. Podubny. Thank you for agreeing to coach our team this afternoon.
Utter not my family name, for formalities between friends must not exist.
Oh, okay. Ivan, thank you.
He nods.
Of course, we will begin with lesson 1. To sprout into a magnificent tree, we must first water the roots.
The foundations?
Yes, fiery flower, the roots.
Ivan motions us to the holograph. We cautiously approach and Ivan projects an image on a seed.
First, the seed requires sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and rich soil. The key to remember is the symbiotic relationship between plant and environment. Through light energy absorbed by chlorophyll, conversion occurs of carbon dioxide and water to create glucose and oxygen.
Have I fallen asleep and started dreaming I'm in class again?
Jeez, this is like listening to Valerie explain.
Shh! Do you want to get caught or what? Sho freezes mid-sentence, then closes his mouth. Valerie eyes us suspiciously, then shrugs and resumes listening to Ivan ramble about some plant mumbo-jumbo.
Understood?
He is met with silence. Ivan uses his fingers to elongate his mustache in great thought.
Demonstration will triumph explanation.
Yes, please.
Ivan nods solemnly.
Make haste to the simulations.
As soon as we enter the simulation, Ivan sets us up to spar with AI gears. Once the match is over, he points out where we lost focus or how we could have prevented getting hit, then gives us suggestions on how to tighten up as a unit. Once he's shared his insight, he sends us back in for another round. While we fight the AIs, Ivan and Valerie talk quietly about simple fixes to our gears. He seems pleased by what Valerie shares with him. I assume she mentioned the original tweaks she added to her gears when she first joined the team. The more Valerie talks, the more animated Ivan becomes. Yuna watches everyone closely and jots down notes on her tablet. I have a feeling she's recording feedback on her session with Coach Ivan, as well as recording feedback from our simulated matches. Based on just the brief notes Ivan provided on our first match, our second match felt worlds apart from the first. He is quite apparent why he won 2 MVP awards. He truly lives up to his title of Strong Arm Gear. So long as you can decipher what he says. We exit the simulator feeling satisfied, more confident than before. Ivan greets us by the holotable.
And so the dial of time lands for my departure.
Thank you so much, Mr.
His icy gaze falls on Sho.
I mean, thanks, Ivan.
Ivan smiles.
We appreciate your time.
And all this data analysis will help me fine-tune the gears to give him that extra boost.
We can't lose after a training session like that.
Ivan begins to sniffle.
Is something wrong?
And he rubs his eyes with his forearm.
You guys,
Suddenly, Ivan scoops all of us into a group hug.
make me so proud!
He squeezes us so tightly I gasp for air. Sho mouths help me while trying to wriggle free. Maya looks terrified as she's squished into Yuna's chest. Valerie tries to hug Ivan's arm while Kaori looks like a deer in headlights and struggles to break free. Ivan doesn't notice.
Hey,
After one last squeeze, he releases us and lets out a deep sigh.
And so the nest perch on the branch finds its awakening. Go forth, hatchlings!
His helmet magically materializes in his hand. He puts it on and zips up his jacket, then offers us a final thumbs up. We wave goodbye as he heads out, calling out our thanks to his retreating form.
Man, I am so pumped for our match tomorrow.
Me too. Should we get some practice in while we can?
Kaori shakes her head.
I think Valerie needs to make the recommended calibrations first.
Yep. They aren't major control changes or anything, so you won't feel a difference while piloting. You'll just get better energy efficiency based on piloting patterns I even pointed out.
Kaori nods.
That's exactly what we need.
Ah, okay. So, what do we do until then?
It is reading week.
No, I don't say it. No! No!
Kaori covers her ears.
Idiot! What's wrong with you?
Anything but that.
Sho,
Mayu interlocks her arm with Sho's.
it won't be that bad, I promise.
Sho glances at Mayu's smile when his own face lights up.
Okay. We'll talk to you guys later.
Mayu smiles and the two of them are off.
You're all good then, Valerie?
Yep, I'll send a text when I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'd better get to studying too.
I nod and watch her head off.
Well, since I'm already on campus, I'll go submit my report on the coaching session.
I wave goodbye. Do you want some company?
No, it's okay. I'll be doing some boring stuff anyway, and I'm not a fan of over-the-shoulder spectators.
I nod. Alright, let me know if you need anything.
Sure.
With some time on my hands, I head to the library to actually squeeze in a study session. The library is packed, which I guess makes sense since exams are just around the corner. After circling the desks a couple of times, I manage to sneak into a desk stall just as another student is leaving. I feel like a car trying to find a parking space in a crowded lot. A few hours go by in a blur. Valerie texts at one point saying the changes are done, but otherwise nothing eventful happens. That's all the study I can do in one sitting. I pack up my tablet and wonder if anyone's available. We'll go for... Kaori. I wonder what Kaori is up to. I pull out my phone and give her a call.
Hello?
Hey, Kaori.
Hi.
Are you busy?
I'm just about to head to the daycare. It's going to be an extra busy day.
If you remember her side job. Sho and I caught Kaori's uncle in the campus parking lot one day right before we were going into town. He freely shared that Kaori volunteers at his daycare. He invited us to stop by, but Kaori's death glare was enough to deter us. She may not act like it, but I think she's a little relieved that she doesn't have to hide this from us anymore. Our uncle says Kaori is a big softie and a favorite instructor amongst the kids. I'll believe it when I see it. Extra busy.
Yeah. We're understaffed since one person is on vacation and another person called in sick.
Well, that sucks. See you later. Maybe I can help. Hello?
If that's what you want, then I guess you can help. But don't forget it's still work.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. Now hurry up and get here.
Before I have a chance to say one of my secret bottles, she hangs up the phone. Damn. Oh well, I better not be late or Kaori will be angry. I find my bike and drive to the daycare. When I arrive, Kaori is nowhere to be found. I follow a group of adults into the building. They're either parents or staff, but either way, they'll get me to where I need to be. Considering there are no kids tagging along, I think it's safe to say that they're staff. We pass through one of the children's playrooms and continue into an office in the back. Kaori is there with another guy, discussing something I can't hear. She nods in greeting when I enter. Once everyone gets situated, the guy clears his throat.
Hello, everyone. I know we haven't had one of these staff meetings in a while, but it's going to be a bit busy today since Daiichi is on vacation and Hibiki called in sick. Luckily, Kaori's friend has offered to help out, so we'll only be short one man instead of two.
Everyone stares at me as he smiles in my direction. Hi, I'm Hero Light. Happy to help.
Glad to meet you. I'm Eito Iwasa. Since we'll have to do a little shuffling with coverage, here are everyone's roles for today.
Eito checks his clipboard and goes down a list of names. Kaori watches silently as Eito takes charge. Once he's finished, he looks at me.
Since you're from ACE, we'll have you tutoring the older kids.
I nod.
Kaori and I will attend to the toddlers and younger kids.
I'm surprisingly pumped for this assignment. Tutoring kids should be a piece of cake considering how much I've helped Nikki in the past. I'm such a good Oni-chan. With everyone's roles assigned, the group slowly disperses. One of the staff members offers me to take me to the tutoring room. I thank them and follow her into a room filled with children between 4th to 6th grade. Seeing a new phase. The kids keep interrupting me to ask questions about myself. They were especially curious because I didn't look very Japanese. They asked about where I was from, what it was like back home, what it was like to be a pilot. I tried hard to keep their focus on their homework, but it was a lot tougher than I expected. Finally, I gave up and answered their questions. Once their questions were out of the way, they were able to focus on their homework. Although they tried hard, most of the children had difficulty grasping the material. I could tell they were frustrated, so I tried to think up different ways of explaining the same things, which helped immensely. After a while, it looks like everyone is on track. I'll go see how Kaori is doing. It doesn't take me long to find the younger kids. All I had to do is follow the sounds of shrieks and laughter. I gently push open the door and see Kaori surrounded by children. Both of her arms are full of kids, and even one hangs off her back. The rest hug her legs. Although Kaori weakly protests, the huge smile on her face gives away her true feelings. I've never seen her this happy before. A chorus of Miss Kaori circles her as the children compete for her attention. Suddenly, the child on Kaori's back slips. With a sharp yelp, she grabs on a strap on Kaori's clothing. Hoping I could actually show you the full CG, but oh well.
Careful!
The strap falls off her shoulder as she bends down so the child can land softly on the table.
I got it.
Eito gently places the strap back onto Kaori's shoulder. I wait in secret glee for the impending doom Eito has inflicted upon himself by touching her, but to my surprise, Kaori doesn't react. As Eito tries to take one of the kids out of Kaori's hands, the child looks at Eito for a second, then burrows her face into Kaori's shoulder. Kaori laughs.
I don't think she wants to leave anytime soon.
Eito laughs too.
I can't really blame her.
Ooh la la, do I sense young love in the air? I can't help but grin.
Since you've got your hands full, why don't I take care of their snacks and set up for the next activity?
That'd be great, thanks.
No problem.
They smile at each other. Wow, a smile from Kaori. It must be serious. I tiptoe back out of the room and return to my older kids. Looks like Kaori is doing more than okay. Another hour passes by in a blur, and before long the parents trickle in to collect their children. The kids whine they want to stay longer with Miss Kaori, but their parents urge them home. After all the kids have gone, the staff wave goodbye to each other and pack up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. I find her with Eito cleaning up the toddler's room. Eito makes a comment which has Kaori laughing. Kaori laughing at somebody else's jokes? I never thought I'd see the day. I chuckle to myself. Better not ruin their moment. I can catch up with Kaori tomorrow. Before I can slip away again, Kaori notices me and heads over.
Hey.
I stop my giggling and clear my throat. She raises an eyebrow.
What's up with you?
I can't believe she doesn't know.
I spin around and spot Uncle Miguel chuckling behind me. I know, right? It's cute how oblivious she is. Miguel nods, but Kaori huffs.
What is wrong with you two?
Hey Kaori, I'm heading off. I'll see you later.
Kaori's demeanor softens when she waves at Eito.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good work today.
You too.
Miguel chuckles again and pitches his voice high.
Good work today.
You too. Kaori freezes as her face turns beet red.
It's nothing like that.
Sure.
We believe you.
Stop!
She scowls at us and stomps back into the toddler's room and throws toys into their bins. Young love, so precious. Miguel grins. I'm glad I came out today. I got to see another side of Kaori, one that I won't soon let her forget. After I gather all my things, I drive home. After parking my bike, I let myself into the house. The living room is empty. Where is everybody? I hear voices in the kitchen and hurry over. I pause as soon as I push open the doors. Nikki is bent over the table laughing, and Yuki stands by the fridge laughing as hard as Nikki, while Uncle Kaido chugs water, looking increasingly confused. Oh, hi, Aunt Yuki. I didn't know you were here. Yuki tries to compose herself when she sees me and rushes over to give me a hug.
Oh good, you're home. Oops, I got some flour on you.
That's okay. Uncle Kaido's eyes are watering as he lunges towards the fridge and pulls out a carton of milk. Are you okay, Uncle Kaido? He doesn't answer as he chugs a fresh glass of milk. Nikki finally composes herself enough to answer.
Aunt Yuki's making us Chinese food tonight. She ran one of the chilies around the rim of Uncle Kaito's glass when he wasn't looking.
She starts laughing again.
It doesn't hit you at first. Once it does.
Uncle Kaito takes another swig of milk while Aunt Yuki giggles.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Their laughter is infectious, and I find myself laughing with them. It's good to see Aunt Yuki hasn't lost their sense of humor. Uncle Kaito, hasn't Aunt Yuki played the same prank on you before?
She has. That's what makes it so funny.
It's been a while. Cut me some slack.
You're losing your touch.
Aunt Yuki's been away for too long.
Nikki sighs.
Do you really have to leave again, Aunt Yuki? It's so fun when you're around.
Hey, are you saying I'm not fun?
Exactly.
No, you're fun too.
That sounded awfully like a pity compliment.
It was. Nikki giggles. Aunt Yuki fidgets with the corner of her apron.
Actually, you'll all be seeing a lot more of me.
Kaito looks at her in surprise.
Really?
She meets his gaze and nods.
If that's all right with you.
Of course. I just... Does that mean you're really going to stay here?
Yeah. Unless there's a reason why I shouldn't.
No, but...
Kaito hesitates. Nikki watches with bated breath. Her eyes are wide with excitement, and I can tell it's taking a lot of self-control for her to keep quiet. I'm unsure if I should even be witnessing this conversation. Aunt Yuki seems to understand Uncle Kaito's unspoken question.
Watching you with the kids, you've, changed.
Yuki,
Nikki can't hold it anymore and explodes.
Aunt Yuki belongs here, Uncle Kaito. Let her stay.
Both Yuki and Kaito blush deeply. Nikki?
What? They clearly need my help.
Let's give them some privacy. I begin to push her out of the room.
But...
No buts? Reluctantly, Nikki allows me to lead her out of the kitchen and into the living room. We both sit on the couch and I turn on the TV.
Do you think Aunt Yuki will really stay?
Yeah, she obviously still cares for Uncle Kaito and he still cares for her. I have a feeling that once she comes back, she won't be going anywhere.
I hope so. Then we'll be a family again.
I glance at Nikki. She looks hopeful yet apprehensive. Again, we've always been a family.
I know, but it wasn't the same without Aunt Yuki around. It felt incomplete somehow, like Uncle Kaito was missing a part of himself.
It'll definitely be more interesting having her back. We wait in silence. Every so often, Nikki would sneak glances at the door, but she doesn't move. I can't ignore the delicious smell of Kung Pao chicken wafting out of the kitchen, and my stomach grumbles loudly. I kind of wish they were having this conversation after we'd already eaten. Nikki giggles.
Are you ever not hungry?
Her eyes widen as her stomach grumbles just as loudly. Now it's my turn to laugh. Luckily, we don't have to wait much longer before Aunt Yuki pops her head out.
Are you kids hungry yet?
Starving.
Then I guess we better feed you. Dinner's ready.
I jump to my feet and race into the kitchen, but Nikki lingers beside Aunt Yuki.
Does this mean you're staying?
Of course I'm staying. There's no way I'm going to let Kaito keep you kids to himself.
It's supposed to be Kaito, not Kato. Nikki grins from ear to ear and hugs Yuki tightly.
I'm so happy! There will finally be another woman in the house!
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. Nikki, sleep outside. Aunt Yuki laughs as the two of them join us at the table.
I don't know how you managed all by yourself.
Me neither.
Everyone is all smiles as we sit down to eat. After dinner, Nikki dragged Aunt Yuki upstairs to show her the new dress she bought last week. Uncle Kaito and I are watching TV. In the middle of our show, his phone dings with an email. As he opens the mail, his jaw sets. What is it?
It's an email from the PI.
What does it say? He holds the phone up for me to see and we review the email together. Again, the content does not share much, but stresses that the accident might have been more than just an accident. The other driver had been spotted talking to Dad right before the car crash. Wait, someone wanted to hurt Dad on purpose? Kaito's voice is grim.
That seems to be what the PI is implying.
Why would he want to hurt them?
I wish I knew. Wasn't the other driver someone your dad knew?
Yeah, Ezra Wilson was Dad's colleague. They worked closely on projects together.
Did something happen between them?
Not that I know of, and we can't even ask him since he's still in a coma last I heard. Kaido nods.
Well, the PI is still investigating. I'm sure he'll have more information soon.
None of this is making any sense. Ezra and Dad worked on the same projects together for as long as I can remember, and he always seemed like a nice guy. I can't imagine that he'd want to hurt Dad. Does this mean Dad knew this was coming too? But how could he? He only left because Nikki had called him. What about Mom? I let out a frustrated sigh. I wish she could tell me just what happened. Wait a minute. Dad's research. The strange encryption in my core. Uncle Kaido notices that it changed my expression.
What is it?
I wonder if this has something to do with my core.
Because of the weird thing it did during your first match?
Maybe.
If whoever wanted your dad dead was after your core, then you might be in danger. You probably shouldn't use Eagle again just to be safe.
I wouldn't go that far. All my core did was use extra energy packs. At least that's what my professor said. That's why the referees didn't disqualify me from the match.
Extra energy doesn't sound like something to kill over.
My thoughts exactly. I brought up my core for a different reason. It might be nothing, but our team engineer found a weird encryption from Dad in my core. She didn't think it was anything important, but now I'm not sure.
What does it say?
I don't know. He nods. I try to refocus on the TV show, but I can't stop thinking about the accident on purpose. I think I'm just going to go to bed.
All right. Try not to stress too much about this. I promise we'll find out what happened.
I smile weakly. Thanks, Uncle Kaido. After saying goodnight, I get ready for bed, then slip under the blankets. I close my eyes, trying to clear my mind, but end up running through every detail of the accident I remember, hoping to find a clue. Eventually, I fall asleep out of pure exhaustion.